Welcome back to game number 2. The first game was 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
It was quick. It was faster than quick. It was just around the length of time I last in bed. Somewhere around there.
That's pretty quick.
Mr. MaximusBlack.
Yeah.
Hit me up with the sound of half Batman. Was that Batman having a stroke?
It was half the Batman.
Oh, it was half the Batman. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's fair. Yeah. That's fair. Half the Batman.
Like that.
You know, I saw the trailer when I went.
Did you see the new trailer?
Yeah,
like the new one that just got released for Batman v Superman.
No, I haven't seen that one.
It's really good.
The last one I saw was when I went in to see Star Wars the second time.
Yeah, you know that trailer is okay.
But all I was gonna say was I was wondering if he was going to like perpetuate that Christian Bale Batman voice, and he totally fucking perpetuated that Batman.
He did.
Voice.
It's more metallic-y though. It's more of like it's almost like the voice. There's like a voice box in there.
Well, they might have changed up a bit. I mean, like anybody who talks like this all the time for like 8 hours a day is gonna be freaking dead. He's not gonna be able to speak. So you know, I imagine they're using something to mess with his voice a bit. But yeah, there you go. He is totally continuing that that voice. Up here in the top left-hand position of Prion Terraces, we have the pink Terran Tumescent Cake trolling Tumescent Pie just a bit.
Yep.
And in true fashion, the cake is a lie.
It is.
Down here in the bottom right, we have Amazing OG.
Yes, sir. Amazing. Prominent member here in the community. Tumescent Cake seems like a troll from Tumescent Pie. I don't know.
Seems likely.
I don't know if it's somebody that gives Tumescent Pie some shit on stream or is just a funny name or what, but we're going to find out. He is a Masters level player.
Yes.
And Amazing, I don't think is Masters. I think he's Platinum, I want to say. Maybe he's Diamond. But I don't even think he's ranked right now. But we've had him in previous tournaments. And this is a random only. So anything can happen. Just because you are a Masters, you may get a race that you never play and you're terrible with. So we shall see. Oh, for those who don't know, they changed this map quite a bit. Before, the gold used to be here. It's such a great map for Zerg. It was really tough as Protoss or Terran to just grab this.
Right.
They moved the gold from there to the natural, so both players can get the gold extremely quickly.
That's crazy.
If the game wasn't already fast-paced enough.
Now it's really fast.
Now we're taking it to a house.
Now it's like fastest money map possible.
Yes.
Type shit.
Pretty much.
Well, this is what happens when a Reaper meets up with a few Marines. He's going to be careful now because 3 Marines with 1 burst is probably going to kill him.
Yep.
He's going to back out of there. He's not going to get any kills in the way. But hey, he got a little bit of information, and he tickled his anus at the same time. So that's a good combo. I'm seeing a bit of a foreign object in the base of Tumescent Cake, if I may be punny for a moment. Barracks going down in that back corner, and that little sneaky outcropping there, somewhere that you probably have to travel a pretty good distance before you spot. And so before you start putting down things like what would likely be a factory, I imagine, and even then, depending on where you're building it, you might not see that.
Yeah, I'm not sure, though, what he's actually going to accomplish with this. It's just a Rax. It's not like there's a factory in Widow Mines. Okay, he's going to put down a gateway here. He is supply block. This is going to screw his entire timing up.
By gateway...
Or, sorry,
you mean a bunker?
Bunker.
Gateway would be even better, really. If he could squeak out a gateway there, I think that would really give him an edge.
It'd be impressive.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the bunker's going to go down. He got himself unsupply blocked. I don't know if he dropped a supply. No, it just looks like he's building a lot of supply depots. He's now going to go ahead and get that factory. Second command center just finishing up. Second command center is already down here for Tumescent Cake. He's going heavy Hellions. He doesn't have a blue flame upgrade going or anything like that. He's just going pure Hellions, and he's going to grab 2 libs as well. He's going to drop down a supply, some extra supply. A child dies somewhere in Africa every time you do that, which is not good.
No, I know. Well, I mean, shit. It might just be speeding up a process that we don't know about at this point.
It's not good. I mean, when you're using that instead of a mule, it's panic. It's like, oh shit, I forgot the depot. Trust me. I have been playing Terran quite a bit.
You have.
And whenever I have to use that, when I'm in a tight pickle, I die a little bit on the inside.
Nothing worse than being inside of a tight pickle.
Yeah, there's nothing. There is
nothing
nothing worse. It's tight.
tighten that tight pickle.
Liberators sieging up here are going to get 3 Marine kills.
In case you're wondering, Liberators are a great unit.
Oh god, they're so much fun.
That may or may not be slightly broken. Those Hellions not going to be able to do anything until they run into...
Oh my god, no! Woo! That was close.
Little close. Little too close. The nasty thing about those Hellions is that they can't even really repair that because as soon as they come over, one round is going to roast everything.
Yep.
At this point, he needs to back up and continue working on that. Maybe take out that SCV and then go back to work. Okay, there you go.
Yep.
Or you could do that and then just run.
Why did he leave?
I actually don't know because
he could have just toasted all of those
before
Marines
they even got to the bunker
and just straight won the game. Oh, this is why.
Oh, because he's got this to deal with. Right, we forgot about that thing, you know, the gateway in his base. We forgot about that gateway.
Oh my god, the counterattack is very real right now. The Liberator's gonna go down, but Libs cannot attack structures. Can only attack the SCV that's there. The Hellions are gonna take this down. He's gonna lose a Liberator in the process. He's trying to heal. These 3 SCVs are healing the Hellions as they're dying. But man, a lot of damage has been dealt here. A lot.
That was even if it was just kind of serendipitous that he put that there because really he had lost the game with the Hellions down there.
Yeah.
Because he put this up here, right? He was behind in other ways. So thankfully that turned out real great for him because otherwise he would have been up shit's creek without a paddle. With the, his pants around his ankles, but I think he's got one more Liberator down bottom, if I'm not mistaken. That's been doing something where he's got some. Yeah, there you go. So how many kills has he got?
He's got
exactly 0. So he's not really doing a great job of spreading America to the world. He needs to step his game up, maybe paint himself out with some stars and stripes, something to really get it out there. Maybe even be piloted or co-piloted by Donald Trump. All valid options for spreading the love and joy of democracy the American way. He is still woefully unprepared for any kind of major counterattack.
Yeah, Amazing is still behind, but that saved them. That attack saved him. He was going to die from those Hellions, straight up.
Yeah.
It was going to be game over right there. I forced him to go back, and good on Tumes and Cake for actually backing off, because if he didn't back off there, he might have lost the game.
Yes, absolutely.
So he had to go back.
No, he had to.
It's a really fucky build here. He's going a lot of Hellions. I'm sure that he's going to turn into Hellbats a little bit later on. He's transitioning into mech. He's now starting to get some siege tanks. He's still producing Hellions. He's got a 3rd factory. He's getting those Vikings, which are a must, not only to kill these Liberators, but to get that vision and to be able to siege up and start to move forward. TVT is a chess match in terms of positioning and knowing what to get.
Is TVT the only matchup remaining that mech is a viable option? Because I'm going to quote our good buddy Nathanius on this and say that Blizzard needs to stop trying to make mech a thing, because it's just not going to happen.
Well, you know what? I love Nathanius, but Nathanius is extremely biased when it comes to Terran. He says some things sometimes where I go, you know what? You can't have your cake and eat it too. I love you, buddy, but mech is still pretty viable. It's not as crazy as it used to be back in the day, but it's pretty viable. I can't stand by that. I've been crushed by mech many of times in TVP. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not as face rolly as it used to be. Requires a little bit more tactic, a little bit more finesse. But besides that, it can still work. It's good.
Well, we're going to see it in action right now. As we continue to build up the Hellion count, we got tanks rolling out onto the field, the Liberator. He's just solidifying this 3rd. Marking his place in the sand. The line has been drawn, and Amazing looks like he wants to maybe test the waters with that line. Stick a toe or two over. He might be going straight for the 4th, though, and seeing if he's got something there, and lo and behold,
he has
one there.
Wow. I mean, Tumes and Cake is really showing his skill in terms of macro in comparison to Amazing. He's just been really proactive the entire time. He's been building throughout all that aggression. He knows exactly what kind of build he wanted to do, and he's sticking to it. This is not going to be a good position, though, for Tumes and Cake, but I think just the sheer numbers is going to do it here for Tumes to be able to hold this off. He's now going to go and drop down those Vikings and rip up everything else.
That was an absolutely horrific trade for Tumes, like in every sense of the word. He just went in with a lot and came out with next to nothing.
Yeah.
All on positioning. Now, of course, I was in defense of his 4th and needed to happen, but I feel like he probably could have played that a little less a-clicky.
I mean, yeah, he had some siege tanks back here sieged up, but they just weren't in range of anything. Also, we had high ground here, and things were just kind of getting bunched up, but the fact that he had so many more units, it really didn't matter. He can kind of afford to take a bad engagement. It's better than just kind of letting this die and trying to pick a spot a little bit later on, because he would have lost all this. So he made what he had to do. It wasn't optimal, but he can definitely afford it. He's on 4 base. Amazing is just now getting his 3rd. I mean, the income rate now is more than double. It's triple. Essentially, more than triple.
There's a good amount of economy happening right now.
And look at the amount of production facilities that this guy has got right now. He's going to be able to basically max out very, very quickly every time a bad engagement does take place. He can afford to remax much quicker than what Amazing can. He's still just running on 2 factories, 1 starport, 2 starports actually, and a couple of racks compared to the, 4 factories. He's got a starport here and a racks, and I'm sure he's going to be adding some more things the moment he starts to get maxed and his minerals start to build up.
Yeah, it's just a case of being outdone macroed, and I mean, really, at this point, this is another situation where Tumescen could A-move.
Yep.
And totally take this out, or you play it a little safer and use his tanks to his advantage, but right now, unsieged tanks are the way to go, and he's going to be able to kind of waltz through most of this. He could land those Vikings if he wanted to, but he doesn't have to. That's the show. Tanks are a good unit in great numbers. Something that I see a lot of lower level Terrans do is they feel like they have to always siege their siege tanks, maybe because the name just says siege tank, and so they figure, fuck, there's a battle, I need to press the siege button right now. There's many circumstances in which siege tanks are better unsieged, especially in Legacy of the Void.
Yeah.
And in that case, that was one of those situations. Sometimes you can only siege a couple, and then you can leave the rest to just do the damage to, to attack faster. But many lower-level Terrans spam the hell out of that siege button for no reason. Sometimes get themselves caught in some serious trouble.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, in this case, it was just an A-move. You don't double the supply. I don't know what the upgrades are at right now. 1-1 to 1-0. So we have the upgrade advantage, we have the economy advantage, we have everything is pointing in the direction of Tumescen Cake. A nice cute move with the racks there made the game interesting. It was definitely an interesting game for sure. It was much better than the first one.
Well, if anything, it was longer. And so,
And how great of a story would it be if we have Tumescen Cake and Tumescen Pie at the end of this bad boy?
It would be a delicious story.
To see who really is the sweeter of the two.
Oh. Sweet and the sour.
Just gonna throw that out there.
The Tower of Power, too sweet to be sour.
Yes, sir. Well, that's gonna be it for that one, guys. Another shout out to our sponsors, G2A, JORD, and Lootcrate. If you guys are interested in any of those any of these sponsors, make sure to go check them out. Links are all in the description below. There's also giveaways here for the stream and on YouTube. You can type an exclamation giveaway if you're on the stream. You can click on the link underneath this video. Want to just give a quick plug-a-reno to G2A here.
Plug-a-reno.
If you guys go to their website, they always have weekly sales, so make sure to check in every week. XCOM 2 is on sale. 26% off if you want to get XCOM 2. And they've got all kinds of stuff. Dragon's Dogma that Adam talks highly about, 40% off. And it just goes on. The new Tomb Raider, 36% off. StarCraft Legacy of the Void, 30% off, and more. I mean, the deals just keep going and going and going. So make sure to go check them out. Big thanks for them for continuing to show us some love and give away some prizes to you guys. We're going to jump into actually the third round, which will start the best 2 out of 3s.
Yes.
And we'll be right back right after.
Citicity.
Citicity.